Good morning. August 23rd, about 8:35, 8:40 in the morning. We're parked in at the Muskeg Trail, which heads into Alapesh. And today we're going to hike another gold peak called Square Mountain. I'll take the quad in through here, same as I did with Pinonsa, into the park boundary, and then we got about a 9.5 kilometer hike to the summit. I've got Celine here with me from Grand Prairie. Say hello.
Morning.
Celine's first gold, my second. She's still mad at me because I went on the first one without her, so hopefully we'll resolve that today. And yeah, we'll offload the quad and we'll get moving. 10 a.m. We're parked in on the cut line, a couple of 100 meters from the Wilmore park boundary. Heading into Square Mountain. A little cool coming in here this morning. Saw some frost on the grass. Already August 23rd. That's life in the mountains. So this is the same as my last hike in the Peninsula. Got about 300 or 400 clicks to go into, or 300 or 400 meters into park boundary, and then we'll follow the cut line in and then take our compass bearings and head off into the wilderness. So again, we're at the Wilmore Wilderness Park boundary. We've been walking about 6 or 7 minutes. So we'll follow this cut line in here for 2.25 kilometers. And then we'll get our first compass bearing. I think we're heading pretty much due south from there. I get my app going so I can track my distance. Hey.
That's cool, it turns.
Alright, we'll check back with you shortly. Bye for now.
Woo!
Don't fall there. If you fall there, that's deep.
I know.
Do you want a stick or something to hold on to?
Well, if I can get my poles out.
Oh, you got poles?
Yeah.
So we came across this little creaky type. Looks like it might be dammed off by beavers or something because it's quite deep.
You can go first if you want.
Oh yeah, gee, thanks. You want to see me fall in. So there's this log across there, so we're going to try to cross on this. Yeah, fun times. So we're about 1.5, 1.6 kilometers in on the cut line. Another kilometer or so and we should get to where we have to bushwhack for a little bit.
There.
And here she goes. There's a fly on my... Oh yeah,
God.
that is deep, I'm telling you.
Yep. This is fun. Fun stuff. Do you want my pole?
You just get across there first without falling in.
Well, now I'm good, but you can have... You want one at least? It might be short for you.
Ah.
You want two or one?
I'll try one. One should work for me. Hopefully. As long as I don't slip.
Well, you went across the last one good, so you
Okay, this thing, if I go to fall, I'm gonna throw the camera at you.
Okay.
Because I don't have my... Holy shit, there's no bottom there. Oh yeah, I got it now. Okay. There you go. Thank you. Wow, that was fun. Yeah, try to skirt around this as much as we can. Get back up on the trail again. Yep, right there. That's where we gotta go, right through those trees. This is the cut line we just came down. And this is pretty much the end of the cut line. Right in front of Celine here, the trail veers off to your right. You can see that is definite turn off to the right there. Yep. I do believe that goes in towards G6. Or maybe it's back to trail further. I'd have to look at my topo map and get that stuff. Right now we're going to go at a compass bearing of 180 for about 700 meters, and we're going to intersect another trail. So we're going to bust our way through there. Yep.
I'm facing the right way.
All right. Time to go bushwhacking. Believe it or not, we're on a trail. Kind of an old horse trail that we got to follow for 1.5 kilometers or so. I just gotta consult my map again. Yeah, I think down this way maybe. But we bushwhacked for 700 or 800 meters to intersect this trail, but it's not much of a trail. It's pretty see, now there's something crossing here. It's pretty, yeah, this way here. It's a pretty small trail, as you can see. And not well used. So we gotta follow this along to a T in the trail, and then we turn right on that, and then we have to go along for another section until we hit another compass bearing. So a little bit of bushwhacking on this one again. I guess that's what these gold peaks offer. Some bushwhacking, some compass work, looking at your maps, your GPS, find out where you are and where you gotta go. But so far so good. Just over 1.5 hours in. And gone off there a little bit again. That way. Somewhere that way. Yeah, not much of a trail, as I said, anyway. I'll try to stay on this little bit of a goat path here and get to where we need to be. We're 2.5 hours now, and yeah, we're still bushwhacking. We just come up through all this crap here behind us, and we're heading on up into all this crap up here in front of us. For another few hundred meters, then we'll have to veer off to our left on the compass bearing once we get up in the saddle here between these two hills somewhere. So we just turned off here. We're heading up on a bearing of 135, which will take us what looks like on the map as an open a little bit of an open ridge, and we just follow that ridge all the way to the summit. Of course, there's a couple of false summits there, and hopefully the next half hour or so we should be on that ridge. I'm Rick, and I'm in the Rockies! So as you can see, it's pretty easy traveling up here on this ridge. You make the initial ascent and it's pretty level after that. Easy to navigate, easy walking. I'm thinking we got to go out on this point here, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll find out when we get there. Some awesome peaks back that way. Hear those beer bells jingling. Sounds like spurs.
Santa's coming.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. You can see over here in a minute Pinonsa, which is where I was last week. There's a square mountain which is right in behind it, and one of these back right here is Kukuska. I'd have to get my map out to be sure which one, but that's another gold peak we'd have to do next year. And G6 is over here somewhere. Some pretty spectacular scenery. I like it. I like it a lot. This is nice pine ridged hills, these. Very easy walking through here. Almost makes the first 8 kilometers bearable when you get a few kilometers like this at the end. So we gotta go down off this little false summit through the bush. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right on that little knob there, there's a little square box. That's our cairn box for Square Mountain. Goal number 2, baby! Yeah! Racking them up. It'll be pretty much about, what's that, 10 to 2, 4 hours from when we left the quad. So pretty much on par with last week's hike. It's supposed to be approximately 9.3 to 9.5 kilometers from park boundary, but I'm clocking it on my way in here, so we'll see what it is when I get to the summit. But just back there, half a kilometer or more, it was 9.1 at that point, so we'll see. Considering the amount of bushwhacking we've done, we're making pretty good time. We should be there in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It's not that far. Looks a little farther than what it actually is looking across here, but We're down in the valley here now, kind of. Just make one last little rise up over that last hill there. And then we'll have her conquered, man. Square Mountain. Sweet.
This
What do you think? Yeah, this looks good. We'll try this one. This could be wrong too, but Oop. Yeah, some people after tripping over this stump here, so let's try this. And it could just be a moose trail, but I'm pretty sure it'll take us to where we need to be. Okay. See a little cairn on top there. I don't see the box though. I see a rock cairn. I hope we can get our stamp here today. That just sucks when you come all the way in here and you can't get a stamp.
There is a box that's the mill waters to take a picture with.
Ooh, look. Yeah, I can see it. It's in the front there. The last few feet.
Or maybe it's way over
I
there.
think. Is this a false summit? You gotta be kidding me.
It's over there. Maybe.
No.
There.
Well, this is just a rock cairn. Hello, buddy. I just heard a marmot down there somewhere. I don't see him, but you gots to be kidding me.
Another one.
Must be over there. Let's hope. Square Mountain. So it took us approximately 4 hours to arrive here from the quad. And we had a little bit of a welcoming party when we got here. There was a group of 4 hikers here that hiked Kukuska yesterday. And they done Square Mountain today. They came in from the Adams Creek area, Sunset Creek Trail area out that way. So we just stop and have a chat with those guys and grab a little snack. And we're soon going to wrap it up and head back because it's going for 3 o'clock now. So 3.5 hours or so to get back. It'll put us 6:30 to the quad, another hour out to the truck. 7:30 or so before we get back to the truck. So we'll just have a quick look over there. Yeah, group of people there. Have a good look around. Check out the scenery. This is Pinonsa, which I was on yesterday. Sorry, last week.
If I say something in French,
Right between those 2 trees is Grand Cache way back in the valley. You might be able to see some white houses there. Beautiful day. The wind is very calm now. A little cloudier than it was last week when I was in, but the temperature is only about 20 degrees as opposed to 30.
I think it's stupid. We go to Mexico and Costa Rica and Cuba and all these places, and we expect them to speak English. You know what I mean? Like they need to I don't know. I think we should speak their own language.
There's a
Like,
group
you know,
over
if
there.
German people came here, then speak
Hey guys, you wanna
what the hell?
wave if you don't mind me putting you on my video? Not very often you see another group of hikers on these peaks, so So a beautiful day. Okay, so we're almost down at the end of this little ridge here. Thought I'd show you another view of the mountains here before we disappear into the bush down here. And we start bushwhacking again. I'm really looking forward to that, but hey, it's the way home, so gotta do what you gotta do. But very nice at the summit. We met a group of people. There are two of those people. It was their last hike of the Passport to the Peaks. One guy's got 10 hikes done. Another guy was in here all week and just happened to come up over the hill with those. He had 5 summits this week. Well, he's got 4 done. He's doing 1 more tomorrow. And we're just day hiking. So they went off in a different direction because they came up from the Sunset Creek Trail, kind of down there. They were on Kukuska yesterday. So we're going to head back into the Alapesh Valley and head back to the truck and back into town for supper. Yeah. Okay, so piece of trail tape we tied on a tree just right there. This is where we intersect the 2 trails. Now, this is the trail that we take back across to the west, kind of, and we have to follow this back for about 2 kilometers, and we'll strike our compass bearing again in reverse this time, and that will take us back to the cut line. 2.5 clicks on the cut line, and then we'll be back at the quad. And it's 4:35. We left the summit at about 3 o'clock. We're just over halfway back, so we're making a little bit better time going back. Mosquitoes are coming out though.
Yeah.
The wind died right out, and it's kind of warm and muggy, humid. A little. So anyway, I'm going to put this camera away. It's too hard to navigate through this crap. Catch up with you in a bit. 2 hours and 45 minutes since we left the summit. And we're back on the cut line, as you can see. You can see it running right out ahead of me. That wasn't too bad coming back. The bushwhacking sucks, but such is life. Anyway, we've got about 2 kilometers left there now to the park boundary. Just 2.5 kilometers in on this cut line, so about 2 kilometers back to the park boundary, and 5 minutes after that we'll be at the quad. We go down this marsh here. We got to cross that funky little river with the log across it, so hopefully nobody falls in after all day. Your legs are a little wobbly. But otherwise, a pretty good day. Everything went well. The worst part was the 6 kilometers or so of bushwhacking there each way. Makes for a long day. But other than that, nice at the summit. Like I said, we met the other group there and had a good long chat with those guys. We hung out with them for about an hour up there. And had a little snack and made our way back. So, within the hour, 45 minutes or so, we should be back at the quad, I would say. Okay, so we are back at the Wilmore Wilderness Park boundary. So we're just a couple of 100 meters, half a kilometer or so maybe from the quad. It's 20 after 6 right now. That'll put us at about 8.5 hours round trip. It's 11 kilometers in, so that's a 22 kilometer round trip. A little bit farther than Pinonsa, which clocked in at about 18, so about 4 kilometers farther, but it took us about an hour longer. But then again, we stopped for an hour on top of the hill, so maybe it's about the same time, which was pretty good for all the bushwhacking we did today. So a few 100 meters up here now, and we'll get to the quad, and then we'll head back out. I gotta put this away before I end up getting wet going through this marsh here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all wet here. Really good. Yeah, we got about an hour on the quad, and then we'll be back to the truck. So, shouldn't take us too long at all to get out of here. Anyway, I got some water in front of me now. I gotta go deal with that. I'll check in with you guys later. Thanks for watching. Rick and the Rockies, out!